The Margravial Opera House is located in the middle of Bayreuth's pedestrian zone. Hundreds of tourists come here every day to explore this original Baroque theatre. It first opened in 1748 and it's barely changed since.
From outside it looks quite modest, but once you step in, just the glimmer of the gold and the stage setting and all the decor of it looks wonderful. It's quite extravagant.
The building was commissioned by Margravine Wilhelmina von Brandenburg-Kulmbach, whose brother was Frederick the Great. She wanted a theatre where she could stage operas she herself had composed. With a depth of 27 meters, the stage was the largest in Germany at the time.
Opera itself featured all sorts of action and surprises. There would be lots of stagecraft and sets, lighting machines, wind machines, cloud machines and traps. There would be gods descending from the skies. And all these special effects taking place on the stage were designed as a way of representing the royals. In other words, what took place on stage was meant to reflect on those in the royal box. The production would glorify the Margrave.
Going to the opera in the 18th century was much like going to a party. The crowd would eat, chat and dance, even while the performance was taking place. The Margrave and Margravine were an integral part of the show, and the lavish interior design served as a testimony to their power.
The interior is made entirely of wood. It's partly covered by a screen that was painted at the time according to the methods of the era. What's unusual is that many of the original details, such as the pillars and the flower trellises, are also made of lime wood.
Lime wood is unusually soft, which is why Italian architect Giuseppe Galli Bibbiena chose to use it for the wood carvings.
It's a theater that makes you want to watch opera.
We kind of saw pictures, but now that I'm here, my jaws dropped to the floor pretty much. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice. And just that everything's made from wood. It's just so different than everything we've seen.
The atmosphere is wonderful. It's very quiet and warm. I'm a musician myself, and I'd really love to play here one day.
The enormous stage drew Richard Wagner to Bayreuth in 1871, but he thought the theatre was too opulent and had another one built, Bayreuth's famous Festival Hall.
What I like about Bayreuth is that it's home to two very different theatre concepts. On the one hand, you have the Festival Hall, where it's all about the stage. And on the other hand, you have this, where it's all about the auditorium. People here are always on a stage, as it were, and that's what this theatre demonstrates.
The Margravial Opera House closes soon for renovation, but in 4 years, visitors will once again be able to step back into the 18th century.